Boom! What is going on, everybody? Hope you're all doing well, CSGO fans. What's up? How's your day going so far? Let's break down some CSGO news out there. As always, all of today's stories will be timestamped down below. The first of which is actually a day old, but I'm here, okay? I've been covering a lot of news out there. I'm jacked on coffee. Let's talk about the most interesting story. That's going to be an unknown CSGO organization actually trying to enter CSGO, amongst many others out there. This time around, apparently, thanks to Dust 2, buying the tricked Esports roster. After successes as of late, especially at V4 Festival, I'm excited to see where this roster will go because, of course, God Hunden. We got the boy Bubsky as well. I tried asking Bubsky in some form of emoji where this was actually going. He didn't respond to me, so I thought I'd at least mention to all of you guys. I did try to figure out who bought this team out. As of right now, we have no idea. What they're calling, though, the biggest transfer in Daneland history. So we'll see. And again, thanks to Dust 2, they actually disclosed the amount, apparently being over 300,000 euros, which might seem a bit surprising as a low amount out there. You know, we had the likes of Dignitas, who just spent 2.6 million for a 2-year contract for one League of Legends player, and that does spark the controversy, not even controversy, that does spark the question, who bought these guys out? And of course, with it being an unknown name out there, we're left speculating, maybe it was Dignitas, right? Dignitas, well known for formerly being in CSGO. They formerly also had at least 2 Danish rosters, so that would make sense. If they're willing to spend 2.6 million for one player, why not spend a few hundred thousand euros for an entire CSGO roster? Maybe it's Team Secret, though, thanks to Fishy Dude, who linked this as well. Team Secret, just this morning, they announced that's the CSGO bomb code, correct? And certainly probably entering CSGO as well. One of the many Dota 2 organizations now set to join CSGO alongside them. They too could be buying these guys out. As of right now, who knows where these guys are going, but apparently for just over 300,000 euros, the Trick Esports roster has been bought in its entirety, and it will be going somewhere else to an unknown location. Will it be TSM? I don't think so. We'll talk about that in a second here. Will it be Dignitas? Maybe. Will it be Team Secret? There are other options as well. I'm just very happy for these guys. It's well deserved, and I cannot wait to see if they can continue to grow as a roster and do even better because they will be sticking together, which I find very important. Now, speaking of TSM, why I do not think it's the option. If you guys watched a couple of videos back, I talked about this. I want to apologize to Get Right, okay? I didn't expect him to watch the video, but I did get something wrong inside that video. With that, though, I was actually trying to explain the conversation between Lena, that's the president at TSM, and Get Right. They had an exchange on Twitter, eventually went to DMs, and so I thought, okay, maybe TSM has interest in a guy like Get Right. With that being said, that's why I don't think TSM would be signing a tricked Esports roster. I think they probably would have a higher value for a roster they want to sign. Could be wrong, obviously. Get Right did respond, though, and posted a comment on that video clarifying because me, Idiot Jake, you guys should not be surprised. I did call him a married man, a taken man in that video, trying to imply that he would not be talking to Lena if it was anything else besides you maybe signing to a roster out there. He did clarify he's not a taken man, referring to being married, because I actually confused his marriage with Guardian's marriage several years back, okay? Guardian, Get Right. It was in my head. You guys know my brain is all over the place sometimes, but he does refer to that and say, hey, I'm not taken, by the way, in reference to the whole being married thing. Does that maybe softly imply that he's taken by another CSGO team, though? Maybe. That's a hard assumption, okay? I'm not going to put that in the title, but let's get it straight here, guys. He's not a married man. He's not taken by another person out there, but he could be taken by a CSGO team. A great apology to you, Get Right. I am sorry. He is not married. For all of you guys are curious, for the 1.3% women out there who are watching this video, Get Right's not married, so... Next story. And that is a gigantic oof from Valve. And I don't even like saying that word, to be honest. It makes me feel way too young for myself. A gigantic mistake when it comes from Valve right now. When it comes to the CSGO market, their latest operation update dropped so many things into the game. One of those being customizable and different character model skins. You can buy, sell, trade character model skins. Very specific. All of them very different as well when it comes to in-game. And they all produce different in-game advantages, which has been a nightmare so far. As of right now, ECS, I think, doing the right thing. They have disabled customized in-game character models, which means everyone has the default ones, which makes a lot of sense. Even guys like Elise have been complaining about this, especially for colorblind players, and even FM Pone calling this out on certain maps like Cache. There are specific tactical advantages to choosing some skins over others, which you just cannot have in competitive play unless you unlock all of these for all pro players, so all pro players have the exact access to the same skins everyone else does. It makes unfair tactical advantages, and I'm very surprised. I'll be very surprised if Valve does not respond in some sense and somehow change this in terms of color coding. I'm not exactly sure what change they will be making, but certainly it has to be made sometime soon. I hope that other esports organizers and tournament organizers take on the same rules that ECS did and actually disable customizable character model skins, because there are clear advantages to having some over others, and I'm sure Valve saw this coming, but the backlash has been pretty extreme so far, and the advantages are super obvious. So we will see what Valve does change about this, and hopefully it doesn't break competitive play for a tournament out there who does not disable these kind of things. And also in the news out there, of course, another video coming sometime soon when OG actually decides to finish this roster. We've been waiting for so long, but apparently going to be finalized by their 5th member, Mantuu, brought to us by Nell. His article linked down below with a few more details for all of you guys. And people are worried about this one, right? We've seen many teams out there sign either youngsters or more unknown names out there from some lesser teams, and either it works out or it doesn't. So with this as well, the reasoning behind this signing, apparently Mantuu is the secondary opper from ATTAX. He'll be signed as a primary opper for this OG roster. You must have faith in the organization, the team, and the players to make this choice and have faith in him. And with that being said, we've seen a lot of hybrid players out there, and especially hybrid teams out there, not necessarily having a primary opper, but more so 2 secondary oppers, or even a couple primary oppers, however you want to label those. You think of MIBR, you think of Liquid, you maybe think of FaZe Clan. There are certainly plenty of teams out there going towards more of this hybrid notion, and so it does seem peculiar to sign a secondary opper from ATTAX as your primary opper, but have faith in the system. We've seen it time and time again. Either it works or it doesn't. OG has faith it will, and so once this roster is finalized, we will see how Mantuu holds up, if he is the one. That also does pretty much confirm that Jampy, or I apologize, Yampy, will not be on this roster, which still really does bother me, and I wish that Valve would have responded by now, but hey, they were busy making an operation, right? Busy making money. Of course you're not going to respond to me, huh? Very lastly, guys, some breaking news out there. I'll be covering, of course, the breakdown of the final results. That's going to be the CSGO Asian Championships. Tyloo is going nuts on their home turf. All right, Ben Tet looking solid as ever. I'll mention him in about a week or so in a separate video. Yes, Tyloo have now taken down MIBR. Okay, it's not that big of a deal currently with how MIBR is looking, but still a thing we've not seen in quite some time. Tyloo is now in the headlines, taking down MIBR and G2 in both best of 3s and leading their group right now, likely to make playoffs in CSGO Asia, I do believe, today. Pretty crazy so far. Tyloo is now back, and I've not mentioned their name for quite some time. Again, still making roster changes pretty recently, and they're looking quite swell right now on home turf advantage. Until next time, I hope you guys all enjoy breaking down CSGO, esports, gaming news. If you guys have a story for me, my DMs are always open, as well as the comment section. Plenty of videos coming today and tomorrow. I'm not tired yet, all right? We'll keep them coming. You keep on watching if you want to. Okay, bye.